Welcome back to the City Outskirts Tournament Expert Division qualifying round, hole number 7. Here we're going to be playing a Kingslayer, Kingmaker, Guardian backspin shot. The reason I'm playing the Guardian backspin shot is for safety. I have tried several other shots. The rough bumps. There's a double bounce rough bump. You can rough bump it with a sniper, a guardian, a cat. You can go straight at the hole. You can go up the hill and come back down to the hole. But with this wind direction and pulling over the side of that hill and down the slope and up the slope, and it's just very inconsistent, that rough bump. And with that being said, it's not the most great proof shot if you're setting up close to the top of the rough. So this Guardian backspin shot gives us a good chance at a drop, but it also makes the approach a lot safer. So if you do happen to hit a grate, you should be safe with this approach shot, whereas if you're playing, a high side rough bump, a grate might miss the rough and sail the green. So it's P3 plus 10 max, no move target. Best ball to use here is definitely going to be the Kingslayer. You're going to have to make some additional tweaks with the Kingmaker for your approach shot. But no move target, P3 10 max, 6 top spin, 3 right spin, half a ball of right curl, full overpower. So it is a full OP shot that you're trying to hit perfect. With that being said, I have hit great left and great right, both of which have been safe on this drive. Anything 375 plus has been the average here. The approach shot plays P2 plus 25% at slider. We're using max backspin only. And what I'm doing is adding my backspin and then setting up using the third bounce as a reference. So I'm setting my third bounce into the top left corner of this square. So with spins added, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 lines above the cup, and then 1, 2, 3 lines to the left of the cup. If you intersect those two, right in that corner is where you want to be. So that's what we're looking at most of the time. In fact, I think almost every time my first bounce has been just below the fringe on the fairway. With that being said, when you take this shot, you're going to want to land on the fringe a little bit higher than where we're actually setting up. And that's to ensure that you get enough backspin to get back to the hole. So P2 plus 25% at slider. Here I'm at the plus 5, which is 85% slider. Plus 6 is 87. Plus 7 is 89. 8 is 92. 9 is 94. 10 is 96. The plus 4 is 83. Plus 3 is 81. Plus 2, 79. Plus 1 is 77. And the 0 is 75. Couple of things to note. There are some different wind angles, and obviously wind strengths will play a factor here. You're going to want to add 0.2 clicks of overpower for every plus yard you pull below your original starting position. So if you start at the plus 5, when you finish adjusting, if you're at the plus 4, then you're going to want to do 2 clicks of overpower. If you get high winds and you're, in the upper part of your plus yards, +6, +5, +6, +7, winds over 7.3, I would add 0.2 to the adjustment. Like I said, this is a tough drop, but this approach is safe and it gives you a chance at the drop. There are a lot of variables that come into play, a lot of different wind angles, wind strengths. So if you practice this one a couple of times, take note of what you're getting. If you're missing it, which side you're missing it, you can shift your starting position right or left as needed slightly. If you're missing, just on one side or the other, pay attention. If you're say you're at the bottom of the plus yards that say 0 when you're set up and you adjust, you don't have plus yards as a reference. Just note this: if you're pulling down that hill, then you need to add a little bit of OP. If you stay up on top of the green, you should be good, unless you got a high wind. If you got a high wind, maybe you still add a couple of clicks of OP. But for sure, you're going to need to add a little bit of OP if you pull down that hill any. So just keep that in mind. Good luck. I hope you get the drop, and we'll see you on the next one.